So a big thank you to Hasbro for sending me this figure for free and making this review possible. We're looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Series, Croc Master and Fiona 2-pack. So as you see on the front of the package, we can see everything that he comes with. Then on the side, it's just a continuation of this image right here on the front. On the back side, we get the poster art. As always, it's a little bit slightly updated here. More notably, we have Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes right there in the middle, fighting. And then, of course, Croc Master and Fiona there. It looks like he's got two crocodiles, although this release only comes with one. Alright, so here we have them out of the box, and I can tell you that this is a very dope release, man. I'm very impressed with the figures, especially with Fiona. It's super nice. It's a lot nicer than I anticipated than what I was expecting for sure. It is being argued that the G.I. Joe Classified Series team over at Hasbro is doing the best, is producing the best work and toys out of Hasbro right now. You guys can debate that in the comment section, but that is an argument right now. A lot of people do say that the G.I. Joe 6-inch classified series are the best figures coming from Hasbro right now, and it's hard to argue that, man. This thing has some good paint apps, it's got some good detail, some good sculpt, the figure and the crocodile itself. And this is a crocodile. If my if I paid attention in school, I'm not sure, but I think if the snout is skinny, then it's a crocodile. The wider snout or the more round snouts are the alligators. But somebody can correct me. But he is called the Croc Master, so I'm gonna assume that this is a crocodile. But I really love the crocodile. I'm going to put her aside for now, and let's take a look at Croc Master first. So Croc Master comes with a leash pretty much for Fiona. So this is pretty badass if you ask me. It literally has the crocodile on a leash, and you can put this around Fiona's neck, and of course Croc Master can leash his crocodile. Then we have a whip here, which is molded. It's not bendable. I mean, it's very pliable, but you can't position it in any other position. So that's it. It's detailed with a little bit of paint there and some sculpting on the on the handle or the grip. Then we get a knife. It's a nice little knife, and it's a green grip. The rest of it is just a gray plastic. Then we get Captain Hook accessory. So this I assume is just to I don't know. Really, I don't know. So you guys can let me know down below. Then we get a revolver pistol, which is cool. It's just all black. Unfortunately, I wish it was more detailed in terms of paint, but the detail is there in terms of sculpting, and I love that they are continuing to add peg holes on the barrel there so you can add effects. So very dope. And then we get two little baby Crocs. Look at this. So I guess this would be an accessory for Fiona, but let's just get all the accessories out the way. We get this albino Croc, which they did go ahead and paint the eyes, the teeth, and the snout. So that's cool. It gets a little messy, which it's to be expected. It's such a tiny little thing. And then here is the green version. Here's a little bit more detailed look at them. And then just to get a little bit closer, so you can see the detail on the face. You can see that the teeth is it's a little messy in terms of paint. But I understand it's pretty hard to do. I don't think it was maybe necessary to have teeth there. I don't know if baby Crocs have teeth like that when they're this young. I would assume that they're hidden in the mouth, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not the crocodile hunter, So look at that. Pretty dope. The eyes are actually very clean though. Alright, so here's a bit of a closer look at the Croc Master. Some very nice detail in terms of paint and sculpt. Overall, looking really good. I like the Croc skin for the torso shirt. Here's the backside. This looks like an all new mold. Although I don't think they've used this before. I could be wrong. But he's a little bit more muscular and bulkier than what I'm usually used to seeing with the classified series. So this might be a new piece, but only somebody down below can confirm that for me. This does have pins though, so maybe it's not, it's not pinless. So here is the belt, which is very nicely painted and detailed. I like that a lot. I like the silver paint and down to the legs. In terms of QC issues, pretty good. Nothing really crazy. The legs could be a little bit more tighter though. It's a little bit on the loose side for my liking, but it's not the worst that I've seen. Some detail I'm picking up now is you can see the stitching on the belt, which is a very nice, touch that they added on there. So that's very cool. I do wish that this hinge here was painted the same color as the boots and not black. That looks kind of weird. So in terms of his articulation, the head is on a peg, it seems like, a barbell peg. It looks up, it looks down. He's got this little apparatus on his mouth that is connected to the back piece here. It does remove, but you're going to want to just leave it there pegged in. Um, doesn't really hinder too much. You can still look to the sides, which is surprising. I think this probably pops off too on the front, so you can do that if you really don't want it there, but it doesn't really hinder it too bad. The neck is a separate piece, so it would articulate, but it's a little bit tight, so I don't know how much of a use you're going to get out of that. Arms are going to go all the way around. They go in and out, super tight. Look at that. We do get butterfly joints, which are super tight too. The hinge all around is super tight. My goodness. So you could see it being utilized here, that butterfly joint. So we do get a bicep swivel, we get double jointed elbows, we do get a forearm swivel here at this little gauntlet piece. Then we get a wrist swivel and a hinge. We get an ab crunch at the torso, waist swivel. It looks like it's a ball jointed swivel, actually, to be exact. So we get that ab crunch, and then we get that ball joint at the waist, which is very nice because you can crunch them forward some more, or bend them back some more. You can tilt him and swivel. Drop down legs, as always, for classified series. We can kick forward, we can kick back. We go all the way split. We do get thigh swivels, double jointed pinned knees, unfortunately, but they are double jointed, so that's good. Boot cut shin swivel, and then an ankle hinge at the foot with a rocker at the foot. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at FIONA, and this is the highlight of the release here of the 2-pack, in my opinion. The detail, the sculpt is phenomenal on this thing. I love it. It looks so good. So here's a closer look. You can see all the texture, the sculpt, and the paint job on the skin, on the whole figure. Here's the back side. I mean, the paint is wonderful. We have very nice paint. This could have gone sideways, but they did not. This went very well. The paint job really makes this here. And then what's nice is I saw these little holes here, and that means it's a bendy wire. That's right. So not only is it articulated on the tail end here, which does pop off, you can bend it around and have it pose as you wish. So that's a very nice nice thing. I didn't know it was there. I didn't know it had a bendy wire tail. Maybe I did know and I forgot about it, but it's very nice. You can see all the scales. The reptilian skin is just sculpted wonderful. There's the bottom of the belly and bottom of the mouth, and then the legs here, they are molded. I mean, we're not gonna get hinged knees. I don't need hinged knees, really, we don't, but we do get ball joints at the top of the leg here, so you can spread the leg out and in and go forward and back, and some very nice range there, as well as a hinged and a rocked. There is a rocker at the ankle, and there's a hinge at the foot, at each foot. So there is articulation. There really is, and it's the articulation that you need. I don't think we need anything else. We do get a swivel here at the lower end of the neck, and then also at the upper end of the neck here. So overall, check out just the movement on this thing. Really all we need. You can turn left, you can turn right, you can go up, and you can go down, and you can twist around, you can swivel, and also, of course, as we saw earlier, the mouth does open all the way. Look at the detail, the teeth, the detail, the texture, sculpted inside the mouth, the tongue. I mean, the Classified Series team really went all out, and yeah, I think they are producing some of the best figures out right now for Hasbro, hands down. Look at the eyes, painted very clean. Overall, FIONA, like I said, is the highlight of this 2-pack for me, and yeah, it really does make this release well worth it. There's actually a hinge at the upper arms here, and then the legs do not have a hinge by it. I'm just noticing now that the arms do have hinges, so they actually spread apart all the way out. although you don't need that. But and then of course you can go forward and back. So you can definitely plant the feet. That's what we want when we pose it. So very dope. I'm from Florida, so alligators are more common down here, but this is a very familiar sight for sure. Now I went ahead and popped off the head and then put the collar around. I don't think that's the way you're supposed to do it unless I'm doing it wrong, because this side kind of tucks in side of it. So you're probably not supposed to go that way. Maybe you're just supposed to slide it over the front, but then it doesn't reach that neck part. It just kind of sits right here. So I don't know which way it goes in. I feel like it makes more sense here, but then it doesn't really stay on the outside of the skin. It's, one side does, but the other side, as you saw, gets stuck inside. So I don't know, but I guess I'll just leave it like this for now. I tried pushing it down some more, and you can get it in there a little bit more. So it's not too bad. Looks pretty good. And then of course you can get the Croc Master here to hold the leash. So this is kind of an idea of what it can look like. I really just took 2 seconds to do this. I'm sure you can get it to look better if you spend more time on it. But one thing I do wish is that the chain link here, I wish it was bendable or posable, because it's not. So he's got to stand way out here. And you can't really get him, if you put him back here, I mean, he's going to move around because of how hard this plastic is here. So I don't know. I'm sure you could still pose it looking pretty decent with it, but I don't know, it's kind of too far apart for my liking. But let's get him to look forward. Something like that maybe can work. But he's so far, like I would rather have him like right next to it. But I'm sure if you get a second one of these, you could pull off a better looking pose. Although this chain link is only to the right side, and there's not an option to have one to the left side. So let's say he has two, like the promo art in the back, they're both going to be on the left side of him. So you can kind of do this too, where you have it in the other hand, so you get him a little bit closer to FIONA. So just play around with it and see what you can do here. So here's a quick comparison next to Storm Shadow. Try to keep FIONA there and in frame as well, but you could see here that Storm Shadow will stand a little bit shorter. I was going to say smaller, but a little bit shorter than Croc Master. And then quickly here we can have Spirit and Iron Knife here. A little out of frame, but there he is. So we have an eagle, a bald eagle, and a crocodile now from the classified series. And also worth noting that these two figures here were also provided to me by Hasbro, so thank you again for sending those over. So that'll do it for this review of Croc Master and FIONA from the G.I. Joe Classified Series 6-inch line. This is a wonderful 2-pack I highly recommend you guys pick up if you are a G.I. Joe fan, and if you're collecting this line. This is another great addition, and it looks totally badass with the other figures in the line. I think this is a solid release, and I hope I helped you guys out with this video. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, everyone, take care, take it easy, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.